all here appreciate and applaud each other for each of our attempt and effort towards, confident public speaking. Here we follow some rules as well, as we don't talk about sex, politics, and religion over here. We remain empathic and we remain very much appreciative when we, evaluate each other and give feedback to each other. Um, as online participant, we keep our mic mute until it is our turn to speak or we want to speak after raising our hand and getting permission. So without further ado, I would give the charge to the president of Karachi Toastmasters Club, all-round personality and dynamic personality, I must say, DTM Talabin Hamid. So over to you, DTM Talabin Hamid. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arfa. And it's once again a thrill to be presiding over a meeting of Express and Karachi Toastmasters Club. And of course, I'm the co-presiding officer. As per the agenda, we decided that I will be the presiding officer for the start, and Toastmaster Web will be the concluding meeting as presiding officer. So what can I say? It's always an amazing time we have whenever we have a combined meeting with Express Toastmasters Club. These two clubs, ladies and gentlemen, present something like 45 years of combined history, because KTC and Express Toastmasters Club are the two oldest Toastmasters clubs in France. And you can kind of tell that by looking at KTC membership, but you cannot tell that by looking at Express Toastmasters Club membership, who happen to be very youthful and energetic. So I don't think we have a non-Toastmasters guest out there. That means that we can do away with the introduction of Toastmasters and instead move on to the meeting. But before that, let me get out a bit of business. And as far as Karachi Toastmasters Club is concerned, there's only one bit of business, and that is that we decided to hold our meetings in Ramadan at 11 a.m. online versus our team. So that was approved by a majority by the members. And during our last meeting, the theme was self-control. We met exactly 1 week ago. Best speaker was Toastmaster Marthaya. Best table topic speaker, guest Cyril Paul. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Ahmed. Best Big Four, Toastmaster Shahid Iqbal. Best journal evaluator. And most valuable player, Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar, for moderating a panel discussion. So, Express Toastmasters Club, if you have any bit of business to report, the floor is yours. Mr. President, if not, we can move ahead.
Shall we begin?
Yes. Any bit of business on behalf of Express Toastmasters Club that you would like to report?
All right. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to express my heartiest gratitude to the KTC management for joining hands with us and having a full act meeting. Am I audible? Are you able to make me out?
Yes, you are audible.
A little bit closer.
Okay, because I don't see a good expressions on DT's on her face. Maybe he's not able to hear me out.
Okay.
All right, since we have a lengthy session to go through, I think we should, without any further ado, we should move on to the start of the meeting. We have 5 speeches and our favorite topics. And
All right.
All
right. Thank you so much, Mr. President. And now, moving on to the meeting, we have someone very special as our Toastmaster of the day. She looks barely old enough to be in a gavel club, and yet she's a full-fledged Toastmaster. And she is a very energetic, creative, and bubbly personality. And whenever I've heard her speak, she is very, very inspiring and creative. So, without further ado, please welcome from Express Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Neha Beth.
Thank you very much. Am I clear and audible to you all? Okay, thank you very much, DTM Tanabinamit, for that wonderful and beautiful introduction. I am pleased. Well, to begin, thank you very much for providing me with the TMOD role. Let me ask a question. Are you all excited for the Karachi Toast Express? To begin, yes, that's the enthusiasm. But before we actually begin, can I ask a question for one of my most favorite books of all time? What is more important, the journey or the destination? Please answer.
It's the journey.
Yeah.
Care to explain?
Journey.
Any explanation? Any reason why?
Should I try?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead. Anybody, go ahead.
Yes, TM, if you have read Alchemist, most of us would have. So we would see that in that book, it was the journey that made the guy reach to the destination. Yeah, so I feel that whatever you learn towards your, when you're going towards your destination is the most important thing. So journey is important for me as well.
Okay. Some say journey, some say destination. But you know what's the most important thing? It's the company, the people
Yeah.
you surround yourself with. It can be good or it could be bad. A person in your company has the greatest effect on you. Jim Rohn says that you are the 5%. You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So if a person is succeeding or either failing, either way, it's highly dependent on the people he is surrounded with. Remember, people, fellow Toastmasters, your journey, no matter how hellish that is, if it's spent with the right people, it can become the most blissful of all. But if the journey is no matter how heavenly, if it's spent with the wrong people, it goes into chaos. Fellow Toastmasters, tighten your seatbelts. Just like every Toastmasters meeting and Toast Karachi Express, we are going to stop at 3 points in our destination. The first stop will be of the prepared speeches, in which each speaker will give us an insight, a sneak peek through the curtain into their lives full of message. Second stop will be of the table topics, in which the table topic master will give you a chance to speak your mind and your heart out. And then the third most finest stop in our destination, which will be of evaluation, in which our esteemed contemporary fellow Toastmasters will give us with their wisdom, share their advices on throughout the meeting. So are you all excited to begin? Then bon voyage. To begin our meetings, we know that we have 3 segments we have discussed. Now in every destination in the bus, there are a few functionary role players. In the bus, that could be the bus driver, the ticket collector, or even the conductor. So in a Toastmaster meeting, there are functionary roles as well, which are there to make sure that our journey is safe and smooth throughout the way. For that, we have our first role player, who is the word master. I would request the word master to please give us introduction of their role. The word master.
It was Toastmasters. Toastmasters Shazay, can you confirm whether Toastmasters Steve will be playing Word Master? All right. Actually, I volunteered to contribute a word of the day, and it was way station. Way station means a stop during a long journey. These are actually two words, and this phrase is primarily used in the United States, but it's proper English, way station. And you're all requested to use this in your speeches, evaluations, table topics. For example, uh, the weekend represents a nice way station. Oh, we have our word master. Yeah, Toastmaster Haseen. Over to you,
Okay.
Toastmaster.
TM Hasib, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
TM Hasib, can you
Finally.
provide us an introduction of your role, Word Master?
Word master? Yeah, sure, why not? Today, the word of the day is station. What was the word? Yes, way station. The word of the day is way station. I'm audible, right? Hello.
You are
Yes, you're
audible.
right. Way station. Yes, you are right.
Thanks. So, the word of the day is way station, which means a stopping point on a journey. It's a noun, and another meaning of it is also a minor station on a railway. So, an example of way station is the hotel was a way station for all the aid workers who passed through the city. And it has synonyms and all that. I would encourage any one of you to make a sentence on way station. Anyone?
I can. On my way to Lahore, I stopped by a way station to fuel myself and recharge before I start driving.
Hmm. I didn't quite get your sentence, but I guess you made that your Lahore trip was a way station to refuel and all that. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks. Okay, okay. Anyone else? No? Okay. So I'll hand over the charge back to presiding officer. Thanks.
Thank you very much, the Word Master, for your introduction. Now we have the next role player to ensure that we make good use of grammar in our meeting. We have a grammarian with us, who is TM Wase. Please give an introduction of your role.
I hope I am audible to everyone. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. I just realized I am the ticket collector on Karachi Express. Today I'll be playing the role of the grammarian. My role would be to note down the good usage of grammar and vocabulary and not so good usage of grammar and vocabulary. So while you are speaking, please speak consciously. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To ensure everybody is heard and appreciated, we have a super listener who will be performing TM Heba. Can you please introduce your role to us?
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, as the listener, I would be making note of all the interesting words and phrases spoken by the speaker in the prepared speech session and then the table topic session. And at the end of the session, I will be highlighting those words and phrases without the names, so the audience will have to guess it. And that's about it for my report.
Thank you very much. Whoever said it right. Time is of the essence. And for us to keep track is very important, for which TM Baba will be helping us to perform the role of timer. Please give an introduction.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Today I am playing the role of a timer. and I will note down all the speeches timing, and in the end, I will submit my report. So the time for the prepared speech, for the prepared speech, it is 5 to 7 minutes, and I will show the green card on the 5 minutes. Then I will show the yellow card at the 6 minutes and the red card for the 7 minutes. So it means the speaker has to wrap up his meeting, his speech within 30 seconds. And for the table topic sessions, I will show the green card for one after on 1 minute. Then I will show the yellow card on 1 minute 30 seconds, and then I will show the red card for the 2 minutes. So then the speaker has to wrap up his speech within 30 seconds. Otherwise, he will be disqualified. Is everyone can see the cards on? I'm turning around like green, yellow, and red.
Yes, they're visible. They are visible.
Okay, over to TMOD.
Thank you very much. Last but not the least, we have our vote counter with us, which will be performed by none other than our senior Toastmaster, DTM Talabin Hamid. Please give us an introduction.
Thank you so much. As a vote counter, my job will be to see audience vote for various categories. The first voting category will be prepared speech, and I would take the liberty of doing it the way we do it at Karachi Toastmasters Club. Instead of asking for votes for a single best prepared speaker, we'll give the audience a link to a Google form, and they will be asked to rate all the speeches on a scale of 1 to 5. And we believe that that actually results in a much more objective and considered voting pattern, because you are not forced to vote for just one speaker. You are actually asked to evaluate all the speakers. For best table topics, best evaluation, best big four, those roles will be voted for as per usual, and they will be made through Zoom. As the vote counter, I cannot vote unless there's a tie between speakers. So that will be my role. Over to you, Toastmaster Habib.
Toastmaster Bia?
Her screen is stuck. She has some internet problem. Malha, you are muted, please.
Toastmaster Abir, explain how Abiha has an internet problem and you don't.
I'm wondering the same thing. I should go check that problem out.
Yeah, if you could, that would be great.
I'm sorry, DJM Talha, she seems to be having internet issue, I guess, because we have different connections available at home. Her one is not working. Mine one is working. Okay, she's back. Oh, thank you.
She's back.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. I'm very sorry. Well, yes, where was I? Thank you very much for the vote counter's introduction. Now, I would request you all to hold on to your seats and title your seatbelt, since it's time for the prepared speech session, in which we'll be having our first prepared speaker, who is none other than Behzeen Yasmin. She's a wonderful lady, a professional one working at an esteemed company. Her speech will be evaluated by none other than our senior Toastmaster, TM Ubaid Pilgarami. Please give an introduction of her speech project. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Today, Toastmaster Tehseen Fatma will be delivering her speech and under the pathway of presentation mastery, and she's doing her level 1, project 3, introduction to vocal variety and body language. And the title of the speech is Ideally Ideal. And for the project purpose, let me read the purpose statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of interna- intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how they use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So, with this, I bid you all the best. Toastmasters Tehseen Fatma.
Thank you very much. Now, I would request Tessim Fatma to please begin her speech. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, happy Sunday, another happy Sunday. And we all have wake up and here to make it up. Thank you very much for joining. Well, today is a great morning, and I would love to share a great experience which is actually comprised of my whole life. So, I'm delivering a speech, as TM Obed has already mentioned. The title is Ideally Ideals. By the way, like myself, is anyone in the Toastmaster family having an ideal or had an ideal before? Have anyone?
Yes, I
Oh,
have.
great. TM aware. Great. Anyone else? We might have actually, but by the passage of time, things change. I do understand. Thank you, TM aware, for sharing that. So, as I said, life evolves and we all evolve by the passage of time. So, as myself, I would love to share a very interesting story about the idealism which I had throughout my journey. When I was a kid, my first definition of idealism, when I even don't know what the definition is, what idealism is, what infatuation is. So, my first ideal was my mother. When I was a kid, I used to see her wearing saris and working and doing the home chores. And oh my God, what a beautiful lady we have in our. That was the first sentiment as a kid. It always generated whenever I used to see her wearing sari and doing the home chores. And it was kind of first love, I can say. And I'm so proud to say that. Then, of course, like every other daughter, my first idealism definition absolutely fits for my father, my superhero, who is actually every daughter's superhero. So actually, he belongs to army. So whenever I see him in action, whenever he returns after certain projects, I was like, wow, what a great person. Wow, my father did this. Wow, he's that, So the evolution started from my parents, from my home itself. And then it went. Of course, when I was in my teens, like everyone else, we had some infatuations, we have some crushes. So one day I was watching a movie with my cousin sister, and later on we find out that the guy I was really, really having infatuation towards was the hero of that movie, and he was Arjun Rampal. His height, his way of delivering the dialogues. Oh my God, what a great person. What a great character he's holding. It was his debut movie. I still remember it. See? So life went on. The definition of evaluation goes on and on. Then, when I got adult and while I starting having an interest in politics and stuff like that in the current affairs, because my father was very much fond of that. So one day he told me a story that actually it was followed by a news that one Pakistani lady has made us very proud, and she was none other than Benazir Bhutto, the first Pakistani lady in many cases. I'm not going into the political aspect of her, I am actually still fascinated by the idea of first Pakistani lady who made Pakistan proud and who actually made it to the assembly and who was our prime minister later on. The way she carries herself, the way she delivers speeches, the way she carries her family, her children, it was a great idealism definition for me. I was so much inspired with her career pathway and the personality and likewise. Life went on. My definition of idealism again got evolved. When I started watching lots of movies, when I got the permission actually to watch the movies, when I had my own laptop and have the freedom and I can lock the room and I can watch the movies overnight and my parents will be thinking I'm studying. So actually, at that time, I saw a movie. We all have seen that it's a very famous movie, Hunger Games. And the lead female character, which is, if I'm not wrong, Jennifer, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. My definition of idealism again changed. What a lady, what a survivor, what a character. She has made it. I'm talking about the Hunger Games 1. When actually she made it to all those days and she was the winner and she saved. And actually she volunteered for her sister who was nominated for that purpose, but she volunteered and she made it. Wow, what a survivor! What an inspiration! Yes, we can go through in all the stages of life. We can face all the setbacks and still we can be a winner. We can be a superhero of our own. Then, of course, in the same course, backbred, when I saw action movies and likewise. So the evolution went on. When I started my professional career, of course, the colleagues who were high achievers, who got the high certificates, who got the international certifications, either they are my direct colleagues or my bosses or my indirect colleagues. I got so much inspired with them. So again, the definition of ideals got evolved. And I aimed, yes, Tehseen Fatma can also be like that. So I did my first ever Google certification inspired from my those ideals. Then it went on, the second certification, the third certification, and the journey started, following the footprints of my ideals. Then, of course, there were a lot of other people who contributed to this journey. Then recently, I must say a couple of years back, I got inspired from a political personality because of his ideologies and everything. I would rather not say, I would rather not say his name here, take his name here. I don't want a kala dala outside my home after 5 minutes. I want to attend this whole session. So actually, since this whole journey embarked, this whole journey made Tehseen Fatma a very different character in different phases of life. And as I embark on my journey of self-exploration, and there is ideals served as a way station throughout my life, providing me the knowledge, skill set, and enthusiasm which I carried and which I will carry in throughout my course of life. So I will leave the floor with this great message that whoever says there is nothing like ideals is absolutely wrong. Ideals exist, and ideals actually make us what we are. Thank you.
Thank you very much, TM Tessin, for the wonderful speech. Now we move on to our next speaker, who is a university student and a passionate Toastmaster. Her speech will be evaluated by none other than DTM Irfan Farooq. Are you there? Kindly provide us a reduction of her speech.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
here,
I'm
and
so
I
sorry.
believe
I think I'm mistaken. I'm so sorry. I think our next speaker is TM Iram Hanan, and she is a member of Zenith Toastmaster as well as Express Toastmaster Club. By profession, she is a software development manager and working in fintech digital products. Her speech will be evaluated by DTM Irfan Farooq. Please provide us an introduction of her speech.
thank you very much. I believe I am visible and audible to the audience.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Thank you very much. Just to correct my name is Irfan Farooqi, and here is what I'm going to do today. The best thing that we do in our lives is that we criticize people, and I'm very happy that criticism business is given to me. But unfortunately, the evaluation in Toastmasters is far too different from the criticism that we do. And what I'm supposed to do today is to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Iram Hanan, whose speech topic today is Who Am I? And this is her level 3 project 2 from Presentation Mastery. And this is going to be a very well researched speech, because the purpose of this project for the member is to learn or review the basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. What we would be expecting from her speech is that the member has completed this project. She has spent time researching a topic. She may be speaking about a new topic or a known topic on a deeper level, and she will present a well-organized, well-delivered speech. And the speech may be a humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. Speech, content, and style should work well together. This project should not be a report on the content of the researching and presentation topic, rather a speech itself containing great research in the topic. With this good expectations, all the best. I hand over charge back to TMOD.
Thank you very much, DTM Irfan. Now,
Odi, please, I would like to say something like, am I audible? And have you told them that to see the card but I am showing for the timing? Can you
Yes,
explain one more time? Because I think TM testing did not notice my card.
yes, Toastmaster Babar. Toastmaster of the day should remind the speaker of keeping an eye on the timer all the time during her speech, her or his speech.
Yeah,
Keep an
I
eye
did,
on.
and I did, and I saw the red card and I rubbed
No
it in.
problem, no problem.
Thank
Now
you.
we are referring to new person, right? No problem. It's okay. It's okay. So Toastmaster Adam, while delivering your speech, you have to keep an eye on the timer, the time cards. Toastmaster Babar has been pinned, and her window will be available for your view, and you can have a view that the green card is showed, and then the yellow cards are showed, and then the red card are showed. Is it clear to you, Toastmaster Adam?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay.
Should I start?
yes, ma'am, you can go ahead and give us with your speech. Please for the
Thank
big
you
hand
so
of
much,
applause.
TMOD. And good morning, everybody. How many of you have faced a most commonly asked interview question, which is, tell me about yourself? Can I have the few hand raises?
Oh, a lot of times, a lot of times.
A lot of the times, I can see so many hand raises. Sometimes we can have, can you please introduce yourself? Or can I have a brief introduction of yours? Now, the question arises how to respond such questions. You must have a self-awareness about yourself. Who am I or who are you? There is a famous author, Simon Sinek. and he introduced his golden circle, which comprises of the three main components, which is why, how, and what. Let's discuss about why. The cause, the reasons, the motivations, and the belief. Why have I opted this field? Be it engineering, at medical science, or the business. Similarly, why organization should hire me? What are my unique characteristics or strengths which helps me to stand out from the crowd? Similarly, we have another question that why I am opting this company? What are the unique characteristics the companies offers me? What are the benefits the companies offers me? The career growth, the culture, the organization's vision and the mindset is really synced with my personality? You have to think about these answers in your mind. How many of you would like to join the Fortune 500 companies? Can I have the hand raises? How many of you would like to join the Fortune 500 companies? The question
Would love to.
arises why? Because you have done the research about the company. What are the benefits? What are the educational benefits? What are the career growth the company offers you? The overall environment? And where will you be maybe in the next 5 years? Another component is how. How do I handle my team or my subordinates? How do I balance the workload? How do I manage my office time? Do I really know the time management? Do I would like to work in a silos or am I a team member person? I prefer to work among the team members. How do I keep myself updated with the latest trends of IT? Do I really update myself? The third component describes about the what. What are my unique strengths? What are my unique characteristics? My weaknesses? What did I score in the last 4 years of my graduation? My CGPA, my achievements, which helps me to stand out from the crowd. What are my future goals? My vision, my passion, and what international certifications are acquired? Does it really matter for the organization? Whatever the certifications I have achieved in the last 4 years of the tenure, is it really synced with the company's objectives and the goals? Or is it just a paper? What tech stacks I have learned during my educational tenure? Or is it really worthwhile for the companies? What was my contribution in the final year project? It helps the organization to know which type of the personality you are. Do you really like to contribute? Or do you just prefer to have the degree or have this something in your mind that can help you to get the money from their organization? Or will you help the organization to reach up to the one step later? If we just answer these questions, which is the three main components, it starts from why, how, and what. You can design an elevator pitch. Now the question arises, what is an elevator pitch? It's a short speech which generally comprises of 30 to 60 seconds. Normally, an elevator takes time 60 seconds to travel from one floor to another floor. And your speech should be summarized up to the 60 seconds so that you can describe to anyone who are you. It has the introduction, it has the body part, and it has the closure. The body part can be comprises of that why, how, and what? It helps you to design a speech which can describe who am I. You can answer these questions in your mind, prepare the answers before the time, and even you can record yourself for a short introduction of the 60 seconds and use this elevator pitch in your LinkedIn profile to enhance your networking skills. Nobody needs to read the 1,000 words of the resume or the 1,000 words of your LinkedIn profile. A single 60 seconds elevator pitch will help you to describe everyone who are you. It can be utilized for the networking. It can also be utilized in front of the interviewer to describe, tell me about yourself. Similarly, you can prepare the rest of the other questions of the interview to tell the interviewer or any networking sessions that who are you. That's all about the elevator pitch. And the Simon Sinek's golden circle can help you to elaborate yourself and to identify yourself that who are you. If I just summarize the entire speech, which is a short 5 to 7 minutes, I can say that we discussed about that who am I, and to explain your attributes, that who am I, you can use the elevator pitch and you can use the golden circle. Thank you so much, everyone, and goodbye. Back to the TMOD.
Thank you very much, Team Iram. Now we move on to our next speaker, who is a university level student. Her name is Reda Fatwa. Now I request her speech evaluator Nasir Iqbal to give her introduction of her speech.
Sure. Thanks, TM Abia. TM Lida will be delivering her icebreaker speech. The purpose of her project is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. I wish all the best to TM Lida. Now I hand back my charge to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Best of luck to you, team.
TM Rida's camera angle, I don't think is right. She should be pointed out. Yes, now it is okay.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. My name is Rida Fatima, and if I have to sum up my life in one sentence, I'd say that it's been a wild roller coaster and I wasn't even tall enough to ride it. So I was born in Pakistan, but when I was 3, my family moved to the UAE, and my childhood was pretty great. I was an obedient kid with top tier manners, and always used to follow rules. So, in short, I was every parent's dream child. Then we moved to Saudi Arab for around 3 years. Life over there was also it was a big shift, but life also was like smooth and stable over there. And then bam, Pakistan happened. And let's just say I did not take it well at all. So firstly, my dad wasn't here with me, and then my mom used to go visit him all the time. So I was left here alone to fend for myself. And instead of handling it as a mature and a mature person, I went full life is unfair mode and spent those years frustrated, angry, and completely um, out of place. So, to make things even more worse, I decided that for some reason it was a very good idea for me to do my O levels privately. And at that time, that seemed to be the best option for me. However, it turned out that I was just isolating myself. So when it was time for A levels, I decided that I would rather join a proper college. However, COVID showed up just like an uninvited guest to a wedding, and I barely got time to attend college. So, but yeah, fine. I did made a few friends. But what actually happened was that I started university, and suddenly making friends became one of the hardest thing ever. It was like solving a Rubik's cube blindfolded. Um, it's not that I don't make friends, and I do try to make friends a lot, but keeping them in my life is another story. So I I often feel like I don't relate to people over here. And even if I do, they don't get me sometimes, and sometimes I don't get them, vice versa. So, and then there's my dad. He patiently and he gently, but he's always persistently telling me to make friends. And yeah, so it's not it's not easy to make friends. I mean, I can make friends, but keeping them in my life, that's the most difficult situation. It's hard for me to connect with people all the time, and I'm trying. I'm still trying my best, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to join Toastmasters, so that I could come here, meet new people, and just try to not be the emotionally unavailable loner, still trying very my best. Oh, and by the way, if we talk about university, right now I'm doing my undergraduate degree in BBA. And if we talk about business, I would say that it wasn't always my first passion. However, I am growing to enjoy it, and well, most of it. Some days I feel like I will be the future CEO of a $1 billion company, and the other days I feel like I'm stuck in a finance lecture wondering why numbers have so many rules. It's just so difficult for me sometimes. But all in all, it's been an interesting journey, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. If there's one thing I've learned from all of this, that would be that life doesn't always go as planned. But that doesn't mean that you cannot make it work. So I've decided to stop wasting time and stop blaming situations and people and start focusing on me. So, or who knows? One day I'll actually figure out what this life thing is. And until then, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, CM Rida. Now we have our next speaker who belongs from an administration background, and she is currently pursuing her ACCA studies, and she's a passionate Toastmaster serving as BPPR and Express Toastmaster Club. Her speech will be evaluated by TM Amra. Please give a description of her speech.
Thank you so much, TM Abiha. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, so our next speaker is TM Abiha Ubaid. Of course, our TMOD today as well. Well, her pathway is visionary communication, and this is her level 3 project 1. The speech title is The Chaos of Communication. And if I read the purpose statement, this is the purpose of this project is for the members to practice developing a communication plan. So over to you, TM Abiha.
Thank you very much. Parados masters and wonderful guests. Imagine walking into your office and seeing pure chaos. Everything is a mess. The co-workers are fighting, the customers are filled with bad reviews and remarks. Everything is out of place. And there you are standing. Now imagine the same office you walk into, and everything is at its place. It's peaceful and quiet. That's the beauty of communication plan. For a Toastmasters, it allows you, a person, to know what to say, where to say, and most importantly, how to say it. I experienced this firsthand while working as an administrator at my school. I thought dealing with parents and taking calls would be an easy task. I wouldn't even notice the time passing by. But to my horror, soon I realized that how overwhelming the job was. The teachers are always lined up with new updates. The parents always want the answers. The students are lost. And without a well structured plan, I even found myself lost at times. standing there helpless, not having a single word in mind, sometimes not meeting the deadlines as well. The challenge was that when I started working, I thought it would be easy, but soon I realized how tremendously horrible the task was without a plan. And then one day, the stick broke the camel's back. When I was called into the principal's office, I walked in, and there the principal was there. She said, Abiha, what is wrong with you? These complaints keep piling up. Why aren't you able to meet the deadlines? You can't even communicate it properly at this point. I stood there with my head down. Of course, I knew I made mistakes. I listened to her, and that day, when I went home, I decided this was it, no more. And there, I decided to apply a simple communication plan, which started with four objectives in my mind. First, I decided what kind of audience I have. I categorized the parents, the teachers, and the students, and noted the common concerns they had. Then I decided what would be my defining message. I created a paper with FAQs, questions that people frequently asked me about. Third, I decided the medium of my communication, for which I strategically thought. I thought for the actions that required my the most importance and attention, I'll be there in person. And for the formal communications, they could only be messages and emails. That's it, no more answering. And for the announcement, there's a big notice board from which you will get everything you want. So no more uninterrupted meetings in my office and let me do my work peacefully. Now I had the first most important step, which was feedback. Everything, every plan laid out and trapped, everything set. All I needed was to know that how is it going? Are the people able to work with it? Well, guess what? It did. It went wonderful. The impact I had by implementing this simple strategic trick was drastic. Parents started receiving the timely updates. The teachers' questions were settled, and the students no longer found themselves lost. The overall flow of my office timings and my stress structure went smoothly afterwards. I knew after discovering this skill that this will surely benefit me in my career and all of my future endeavors. So, fellow Toastmasters, remember, it does not matter what profession you have or what work you are doing. It does not matter whether it's accounting, teaching, leadership, wherever a clear communication is required, you can always apply a communication plan to turn your life upside down, just like it did for me. So the next time you want to know where a clear communication is needed, take a moment, take pause, create communication plan, implement it, and you will notice the results soon after. Remember, communication is the language of leadership. Thank you very much. Over to you, TMOD, myself. Thank you. Okay, now we have our, if I'm done, let me move on to our next speaker, who is TM Silla. Unfortunately, I don't have the introduction here with us. So I will request our speech evaluator of TM Silla to give an introduction of her speech, TM Wasim. Is TM Wasim here with us?
Yes, he is in the meeting.
So may I know who will be evaluating TM Silla's speech?
No, Toastmasters Talha, we have to hand this job to somebody else. I've been calling Toastmaster Wasim Khan. He's a different Toastmaster within our club, and he hasn't responded yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
And neither I have the complete evaluation paper or details of the speaker. I could assign somebody else.
I have
So if you have,
shared the evaluation sheet for the Toastmaster Silla in the Express Toastmaster to check it out and maybe assign it to someone else. Can you locate it in the ETC group?
yeah, I'm trying. Just give me some moment. Meanwhile, you kindly figure out along with me who could be assigned this job. Since we have Toastmaster Wasim in house, but he is the table topics evaluator.
Right,
So
right. Okay.
if anyone from your club can come in handy in this moment.
Okay. Okay. Anyone from Karachi Toastmasters Club? Toastmaster Shahzaid, how about you?
You have all the details too.
Sorry? Toastmaster Shahzaid, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Would
Just
you
give me a
like to
second.
would you like to
Yes,
evaluate
why not?
Toastmaster Silla Hamid's project?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Hamid is going to present uh, her project from Presentation Mastery Level 3, Project 2, which is an elective project, and the purpose of this speech is to focus on the positive. And the title of her speech is Smiling Through the Storm. Smiling Through the Storm. Toastmaster Silla Hamid, best luck for your speech.
Imagine standing in the middle of the storm, rain pouring, wind howling. Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Silla, you are audible.
Yes, you're audible. Now you're muted.
Yeah, now you're muted. Yes.
Imagine you're standing in the middle of the storm, rain pouring, wind howling, and everything around you setting apart. In this moment, it's easy to feel hopeless and to see that nothing is going to turn better. But what if I told you that every storm you face, but every storm you face could be the force to help you to get the strength and the hope. Dear Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, life is full of challenges. We all face moments when we feel overwhelmed. And it seems like nothing's going to be better. But by embracing positivity, even in the hardest time, we can get through from it and get the best of it. As a child, I was shy and coward. My mother overprotected me. But when she passed away, all of a sudden in my early childhood, my life turned upside down. My dad did his best to take care of me, but couldn't help it. Every night, I asked to God, why did it happen to me? Why did you take my mom when I needed her the most? As the time passes, I realize maybe God had a better plan. or a greater plan. Maybe this loss was a lesson in resilience and strength. At that moment, a quote gave me a comfort, which was like, don't tell your God how big your problem is. Don't ever tell your God how big your problem is. Tell the problem how big your God is. This perspective made me to see that no challenge is insurmountable when you have faith and courage. Time passes, I got more challenges. Somebody said, you can't smile openly because your front teeth is uneven. Instead of letting that come and drag me down, I took it as an opportunity. I smiled more. I smiled more, not just for myself, but for the people who were around me. It came into my mind and it became to show that the genuine smile is to brighten up somebody's days. Months passes into years. I lost the guiding torch, the first mentor of my life, my father. Somebody again doubted me. You can't work far away from your place because you're a pampered girl. I set out just to prove him wrong. And my first job as a language instructor was 12 kilometers away from my home. A girl who can never travel an inch or a mile away from her home, who took it as an opportunity and traveled 12 kilometers. I worked there for 4 years. Dear Toastmasters, negative comments are hurtful, aren't they? But they cannot define us. I have learned to embrace these negative comments to grow me stronger. Whenever somebody says, you can't do that, I always see it as a challenge and accept it with a smile. I've learned a lesson in my life. When water in the stream is muddy, take a moment. Don't rush to drink it. Let it settle down. Similarly, when the life is chaotic, take a moment to pause and trust that the clarity will come. I believe in the truth that this too shall pass. Every hardship, no matter how fierce is temporary. By remembering this, we can move with the strength through all this hardship. So, how did I get here? By avoiding negativity? No, by embracing it to grow and make me more stronger. Dear smiling Toastmaster, even in the hardest time, there is always a hope. Our circumstances don't define us, but our responses do. So, stay positive, practice gratitude, and turn your challenges into opportunities. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Team Sina. Here we wrap our table topic session, prepared speech session, and we move on to our next exciting exciting spot, which is
Sorry, Leah, can you ask the timer for this poll?
topics session where will you be presented will stingy and sizzling. But before we officially start, let me ask a timer for the disqualifications in the prepared speech session.
Yes,
As
only
for the
one
qualified person,
speaker is disqualified. The rest are qualified.
Which speaker is disqualified?
no,
Only one speaker is disqualified.
I think we should move to the qualified persons who are named.
Yeah.
So TM
So,
Iram,
Tala, you can put out the
TM Rida Fatima, TM Abhiya Obed, and TM Tila.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much, timer. Can you move on to the voting for the best speakers in the category?
I floated the poll in the chat invitation to form, so you can proceed to the meeting by the
Okay, so the form is in the chat box where we can vote for the best speaker. And meanwhile, Toast
Can you proceed?
Sure, you can proceed, Mr. Masroor Behar.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much, Team Shaz. Let us proceed with the table topic session, in which our table topic master will present us with some stingy and sizzling table topics that will always make your mouth water. So for the table topic session, we have our table topic master, who is none other than TM Arfa. Since I don't have her introduction at hand and she belongs to the KTC club, may I request TTM Talha to give a brief introduction of her, please?
Okay,
Talha,
now
may
you
we
just
have
call
a
on the
brief introduction
topic
of
master to
Arfa?
take the stage. You might just ask her to sit on the stage. DTM Tata is, I guess, somewhere away.
Okay,
Just ask the
we
table
can
topic master.
proceed with TM Arfa. Please, we help you welcome on stage to start the TT session officially.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And I am excited to lead the table topic session today. And please bear with me as I'll be keeping my camera off this time. And before we dive in, let me share a little about what table topic is all about. Table topics is designed to help us think on our feet and improve our impromptu speaking skills. It's a great way to practice structuring thoughts quickly and delivering them confidently. Before we dive in, please bear in mind the word of the day and try to incorporate it into your response. The word of the day is way station. Way station is the word of the day. I encourage all speakers to use this word in your responses to enhance your vocabulary and speaking skills. Now, let me tell you about the timing for table topics. Each speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes to deliver their response. At 1 minute, the green signal will appear. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow, and at 2 minutes, the red. You must wrap up within 30 seconds after the red signal to qualify.
Okay. I would like to invite Toastmaster Abid to take on our first topic. Toastmaster Abid, would you like to participate?
I think it's Ubaid Bilgrami.
Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Ubaid. Okay.
All right.
If you could travel back in time, which era would you visit and why? If you could travel back in time, which era would you visit and why? Toastmaster Ubaid.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, what a pleasant question is that? It's such a question that puts me into a nostalgia. If I could go back in past, what era would I choose? Well, frankly speaking, I don't know much about history. The era I would choose would be the era of my childhood. I still reminisce my childhood. Still haunts me. I still recall the sweet and beautiful memories of my childhood. I was since the pet child of my parents, though we are five siblings, but I was the pet among them. I don't know why, but I was given much love, and I still recall I was the one who was like given special treatment. And since I was a very good student in my studies as well, I still recall the way my parents, my brothers, they all used to treat me. They all used to make me or keep me happy. I still recall it. And the best time I spent in the school, it was so memorable to me that still the memories are of the time I spent. I'm sorry, I got disconnected. Am I back? So did I pass the minimum break qualification of 1 minute, or do I have to come again? Okay, thank you very much. So this was like in order to sum up, like childhoods are usually time period of life that people usually reminisce about. But to me, it was the most special, and I would always prefer to go back in my childhood. Thank you very much. Back to the table topic, master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ubaid. Let's keep the momentum going with our next speaker. I would like to call upon Toastmaster or guest. Sorry, I don't know who is guest and who is Toastmaster. I am only familiar with KTC members. I would like to invite Toastmaster Abrar Wani.
Yes.
Toastmaster. What advice would you give to someone joining Toastmaster for the first time? What advice would you give to someone joining Toastmaster for the first time? Toastmaster Abrar.
Thank you very much. Most of the people join Toastmaster either to improve the communication skills, whether they are looking for a networking or they are going to. It doesn't matter an improvement. As far as Toastmaster is concerned, it is all about communication. Whether it is the leadership, whether it's someone who's joining Toastmaster, it is a platform which actually provides you to improve your communication, and which is the basic element of anything that actually over which this whole universe is consist of. How I can aid my argument on that. Let's talk about communication, where it starts from. Talking about the creation of this whole universe, talking religiously, it started from a word kun, and it happened, fayakun. It is a communication. Talking in the perspective of scientific, it started with a big bang, a chemical reaction from which a singularity it converted into a large chaos of too many things, also a form of communication. So imagine if something is started from communication, which is the whole universe. Now imagine that everything is based on communication. So the one lesson, the one advice I would like to recommend for every single Toastmaster, this is a platform which actually provides you to improve your communication, and always look upon improving communication, because whether it is a leadership, whether it is a networking or communication itself, communication is the key word of our time. A man without communication, many of us believe, is an unfortunate victim of adverse circumstances, deprived of one of the greatest 21st century opportunities. Arguments are being tossed back, forth, in favor and against, but no solid foundation established to make this fact understandable, that communication is the key. It is a kind of a way station in the era of learning, in the journey of learning. Modern institutions now get back, now investing in the institution of learning, including Toastmaster, to get back interest in the form of enlightened men and women. So at the end, my dear Toastmaster fellow and distinguished guests, I will urge every single individual to focus on communication. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abrar. Next, we have Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi. Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Okay, tell us about a time you stepped out of your comfort zone and started a new journey. Tell us about a time you stepped out of your comfort zone and started a new journey. Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi.
To be honest, the scenery that you can see on my back and on the back of a few more, a symbol of journey. When I look at my life, just turn back and see towards my life, I feel that life is full of the events where I had to change my stations, where I had to change my trains. It was not that every time I'm running on a smooth track. The fact is that I had been provided with the opportunities where there was no way to believe that I am in a comfort zone. Life has always given challenges, and those challenges are to be fulfilled in a better way in expectations with reference to the others. For instance, this opportunity that is provided to me today and to many, coming out of your comfort zone and speaking to the audience. In professional life, given a team to work with. In a school, handling the so-called teachers and handling their desires of beating the students. The comfort zone of not doing things, but uncomfortable zone of performance. In my professional life, at least 4 or 5 times, I was provided with a new assignment, totally new people, totally new task. And that has become my habit. And yesterday I was talking on Iqbal's poetry, Jo gum na kar sake, wo mera rahbar nahi. And I believe that my leader is one who can drop me down into the travel, not to the destination. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Iram. Toastmaster Iram. Is she here? Okay, Toastmaster Amra Yunus.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here, Toastmaster Irfan.
Okay, your topic is what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from your life journey? What is the most valuable lesson you have learned from your life's journey? Toastmaster Amra Yunus.
Thank you so much, DM Alpha, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, life teaches one a lot of lessons, many lessons. The most valuable lesson that I have learned is the same, like, not being content on the things, not being stagnant in your situation, and always keep yourself seeking out the ways you can give yourself growth. So there are many stories that I can relate over here from my life, from the beginning of. So I would relate one of those. In my primary schooling, I just got shifted in another school. It was the shift arrangement actually at the school level, and I remember earlier than that it was class grade 4, I think. Yes, earlier than that, I was the topper of my class, but that transition landed me into failing my first exam in that class. And it was really, at that tender age, it was really shocking for me. And I remember in the very next exam, I stood with the second position. And this was, I think, at that age, I had learned that if life gives you some challenges, it doesn't mean that it has failed you, actually. It has given you opportunity to go ahead. And when I see myself in the other examples of my life journey, I see the same pattern, and I'm really proud of myself that Allah has given me this courage that I keep on doing things and making myself not being stagnant at one position. Thank you so much, DM Arfa. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Master Amra Yunus, for participating in the table topic. Okay, the Toastmaster of the day, can I ask one or two more topics or is time up?
I think you can go first.
Okay.
Yes, you can go first.
Okay. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Nasser Iqbal.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Imagine you are the captain of a ship. Where would you take your passengers and why?
Can you please repeat?
Imagine you are the captain of a ship. Where would you take your passengers and why?
How many of you are worried as of now? Please raise your hand. Okay. Okay. How many of you were worried in the past? Okay. If we talk about today's world is very, very competitive. Someone is struggling at a personal level, some are struggling at the professional level, some are struggling at educational level, some are struggling at business level. So there are so many worries. What as a Toastmaster, you're here to motivate everyone. So what I will do is I will create a ship and I will say that just jump on to this ship because it will be a way station and it will take you from an environment of stress, worries, and to an environment where there will be no worry. So I will onboard all those people and then I will say, please close your eyes for a few minutes. And then when they close, so using the power of their subconscious mind, I will ask them Your worries are getting out. Your worries are getting out. Your worries are getting out. And then I will say, open your eyes again. And then this ship will take you an island with a beautiful water and beautiful palm trees. And where you will spend your 6 months and you'll be getting paid for just that's all from my side. Over to table topic master.
Thank you so much, Nasir Iqbal, Toastmaster Nasir Iqbal. And next, last speaker, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Would you like to participate?
Toastmaster Alpha, I think Toastmaster Alpha has a journal evaluation group. So perhaps you seek out someone who does not have, like, for example, invite Toastmaster in the same class.
Okay. Toastmaster Wasim? Okay. If you had a ticket to explore any part of the world, where would you go? If you had a ticket to explore any part of the world, where would you go? Toastmaster Wasim.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster, Table Topic Master. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, for the past almost a year and a half, I've been planning, I've been thinking immigration. And I did research on almost 5 to 7 countries. That I finalized, it was Germany. And for the past 1 year almost, I've been learning German language. And I've been doing a lot of things, a lot of activities that can take me to Germany. If I had a ticket that can take me anywhere, my dream destination will be Germany. That is not to be repeated. But over the past some months, I've been thinking that why I should go Germany. I mean, there are a lot of countries. Why Germany is the only country that I want where I want to go? Because Germany is a country that is in the center of the Europe. It is connected with there are 11 countries who are sharing their borders with. That is the fourth largest economy of the world. And the weather over there, as one of my friends used to say, that probably Europe has the weather of the heavens, cold weather throughout the year. So yes, if I have a ticket that can take me to anywhere in the world, or in fact, rather I should say, I'm working to have a ticket that can take me to somewhere in the world, and I'll use that ticket in the near future. So inshallah, back to the master.
Thank you for our Toastmaster Wasim for participating in table topic. And that brings us to the end of our table topic session. And before I hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day, timer, can you confirm it if all the speakers qualified? Timer, Toastmaster Babar.
Toastmaster
Yes,
Babar, unmute.
all the speakers are qualified for the table topic.
Speakers have qualified. Poll will be a big thank you to all the participants for stepping up and sharing your thoughts and thinking on your easy, but you all did a fantastic job. Now I hand the control back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abia.
Thank you very much, David Topic Master Tabassum, for some wonderful topics. And now we start our express and we move on to the next point, which is the evaluation point, where I will invite our journal evaluator, who is Muhammad Asghar. He is from Quetta. He is currently working with the government. He has been a Toastmaster for 6 years and soon will be a DTM Monday. So with a big hand of applause, please help me welcome our journal evaluator, TM Asghar. The stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much. And dear Toastmaster, who is journal evaluator or what journal evaluator does? At the cost of flattery, he or she is the most important person in any meeting. And I would like to put forward some reasons as well. Since it is an experimental learning, the club, we in this session constructively evaluate a fellow Toastmasters. In a way, we work together in this session at least to bring out the best in each others and then apply those skills with others outside the club environment. We believe that the people need to be motivated and appreciated. We can prove our belief in this session, which is journal evaluation session. Let me start from the evaluation of prepared speeches, and our first speaker was TM Tehseen Fatima. Tehseen Fatima will be evaluated by TM Obaid Balgrami. TM Obaid, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Again, I would ask, am I audible? Okay. Timer, now I'm going to start. Today's speech, if it was a stage performance, and the speakers would be the stage performers, my speaker today, Toastmaster Tehseen, would certainly win the best performance award. Why? Because today, as per the project purpose, Toastmaster Tehseen Fatma delivered us a fully loaded baggage of gesticulation, facial expressions, vocal variety, modulation, everything inclusive of non-verbal communication was packed in that baggage. It was truly astounding to see her performance. She started her speech with a topic, ideally ideal. And she threw a question to the audience. And this is one of the famous hook technique she adopted to engage the audience attention. And then she explained her personal choices of ideal. And she told us how she had different ideals at different stages of life, which is quite relatable to the audience. And it echoed with us. She also used a the end of the speech with a powerful quote, and that is, ideas make us what we are. This is one of the strategies to end your content in a powerful manner. The voice clarity was there. The hand gesticulation were marvelous. The facial expressions were excellent. Everything was smooth. However, evaluations are meant to make us even better. So in order to evaluate and giving you feedback, I would suggest the least points of significance which I noted. And one of them was the improper placement of camera. The camera has to be placed in parallel to your face. So while you were delivering speech, the camera was way down and you were speaking as if looking up and you were not having an eye contact with the audience. This was leaving a bit bitter taste in our mouth. Second thing I would suggest is to stop fidgety movements. You were making fidgety movements quite on and off, going back and forth, and your head movement was fidgety. You have to hold your posture. A good communicator, speaker, stand still, hold the posture, look into the audience eyes, and then deliver. And when it is required, he moves a bit sideways. It is advisable not to move to and fro. You had plenty of space that you made up for the speech. It was very good used. However, these two things are point of suggestions from my side. So I think the overall speech was meeting the qualification criteria and it was fantastic, marvelous speech. full of expressions, full of gesticulation. But if you incorporate a few points of suggestions from my side, I think you will definitely turn out to be one of the best speakers of KTC market. Thank you very much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much,
Toastmaster
Robert.
Obed. Thank
I'll
you,
make a note
Toastmaster
of these.
Obed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Obed, for your evaluation. I stand corrected how constructive you evaluated Toastmaster Tehsin Fatima. And I also recall the camera situation. Had you not mentioned it, I would have mentioned it. But thank you very much. So moving forward, our second speaker was Toastmaster Aram, and Toastmaster Aram will be evaluated by DTM Irfan Farooqi. As initially Irfan Farooqi mentioned that there is a difference between criticism and evaluation. And remember, we are in the evaluation phase. So just see, I said I'm the most important person in the segment, but I think no one seems to believe me. Over to you, DTM Irfan Farooqi.
Thank you very much. Yes, you are the most important person in this session today. So we were able to listen to Toastmaster Iram Hannan today. And I didn't know that she has reached to level 3 in her speeches. I've been visiting Karachi Toastmasters Club, and I thought she is very new, but I'm surprised that she has reached to that level. And coming to the topic that she was talking today, it has to be a research topic. And first of all, I would appreciate that the content that she delivered today was marvelous content. Very specifically, her content was focused on two areas. Number one, the people who go and seek jobs. Too many of us would be seeking job, leaving aside a few of people like me and probably like Asghar, we will not be finding any more jobs at this stage. But yes, many people would still be finding jobs. And the first question they will come up is, who am I? And that is the answer that Toastmaster Iram Hanan gave us today in a best way could have been possible. You not only satisfied the people who are going to answer those questions, but also the people who are eager to learn their inner self. Your content had three basic ideas, three basic themes: why, how, and what. And not only that, you just described them. Your pathway was presentation mastery, and your content was excellent in presentation. You presented one by one, line by line, so that we absorb and then we move forward. Having said it, I would like to add a few things that can increase your presentation mastery, that can increase your program, that can increase your speech. First of all, I would say that what you can do was that it was supposed to be a research-based presentation. You mentioned a name, but you mentioned so fast that I couldn't even write who the person are you referring. Number two, content was excellent, but was it from one person or was it from multiple persons? One of the important things in a research is you should come up with at least 2-3 people in life. When you will go into the research, you will again see you need more people to refer for your content. So add more people so that we know it is a very well researched. Content was still very well researched, but add people. Number two was your position. You were sitting and you were too close to the camera. Had you been in a standing position, a little away from camera, we would see your hand movement, your gestures. Sometimes you were looking down, should face the camera. If you improve these 2-3 areas, overall an excellent speech, perfect speech for the project. All the best for you in your future speeches. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Imran Farooqi. Thou much water passed under the bridge. We are not in a position to think why, how, and what in order to see who am I, but there are a lot of people around us who have the opportunity to look this presentation and slides and see what they are doing and what they want to do. Let me go to the next speaker in the list, who was TM Rida Fatima. TM Rida will be evaluated by Toastmaster Nasir Iqbal. So Toastmaster Nasir Iqbal, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asghar. Toastmaster Rida Fatma, it was your first speech, but the way you were delivering, it seems that you have been an avid public speaker. A big round of applause for you for delivering such a wonderful speech. Okay. So you started your speech with greetings, and you ended your speech by thanking the audience. All the prepared speakers greet, but you distinguish from other speakers is that you ended your speech by thanking the audience. That's a great way. If we talk about any speech, it has three parts. So your speech has introduction, your speech has the body, and your speech has the conclusion. So you meet that criteria. And you, like, your story was divided into multiple segments, and you wonderfully explained it. You started your journey from Pakistan, and then you mentioned that you and your family moved from Pakistan to UAE, and then from UAE, you people moved to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and then the expression like there was an expression, oh, came back to Pakistan. That was a wonderful expression. And one thing I really like about you is that uh, you made a very beautiful usage of the humor. You mentioned that COVID appeared just like an uninvited guest. So it was remarkable. Uh, now you are already a great speaker, and I would like that if you just implemented one tip, you can become a more better speaker. So you just need to work on your eye contact. Like you are viewing above. So what you can have done is you can have position your eyes towards the level of the smartphone camera or the laptop camera. And you ended your speech like before thanking. You also gave a wonderful lessons. The life does not go as planned, and your speech was speaking itself. So to conclude, I keep up greeting the audience and thanking the audience for their time. That's one thing. Second thing, keep up the humor and keep up giving the lessons. And just if you implement eye contact from good speaker, you will become a great speaker. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Asghar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasir Iqbal, for evaluating Toastmaster Rida Fatima, an emotional loner, future CEO, and a wide roller coaster. She is a member of KTC, and she is challenging me to be a DTM much before me. And let's see the competition. I'm in a competition with her currently. I can't see her, by the way. Oh, yes, she's
Master
there.
Asghar,
Now,
can we give her a standing ovation as she delivered her first speech?
yes, sure.
Thank you so much, everyone.
This is the tradition of Toastmasters. When you deliver your icebreaker speech, we give the standing ovation.
So here come the fourth speaker, Toastmaster Abia Obeid. Abia Obeid will be evaluated by Toastmaster Amra Yunus. Amra, over to you. Amra, unmute yourself before.
Oh, sorry. I'm audible
Now
now?
you are able.
Thank you so much. Well, TM Abiha, your speech purpose was to practice developing communication. and you did fully justification with this topic. The thing that I really liked and enjoyed and rather learned from your speech is the scientific way you did and you practice in your own life. Like you told that you categorized the people who you have to communicate at your workplace that you mentioned in your story. Um, so, and you just put them, you not only categorize, you also gave them the way that how you would communicate so that you can sort out the things and you can make your communication effective and more meaningful, whatever problem you were facing at your workplace. So I really like this approach of yours, and you beautifully represented it and you beautifully told us as well. You started your speech making us imagine one good situation and one bad situation, and of course you hooked us all. um, your story had all those elements that make the audience engage and make the audience fulfilled at the end, by the end of your speech. You gave those lesson. What I'm going to do, I'm going to listen to your speech again on recording, and of course going to apply those lessons that you gave us. Um, you used your hand gestures, your face expressions, and the language very appropriately. And I would say that it tells your close to mastery level that you have learned in public speaking. And congratulations for this as well. Um, what I would suggest you for improvement, as there is always room for improvement, is that you can challenge yourself by delivering your speech in a standing position. I know that your facial expressions, your language, and the voice modulation, uh, did not make much difference in delivering your speech today. But you can challenge yourself adding this feature. Second thing that I would suggest you is, at times you found looking at the sides or down something on maybe on your table, so you can work upon it. Maybe this was just 3 or 4 instances, but they were vivid. So I would give suggestion over it. Overall, it was a wonderful speech that really fulfilled the purpose of the speech, not only, also gave us the lessons. The simplicity of the speech was very remarkable. So thank you very much, TM Abia, for delivering so wonderful speech. Over to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amra Yunus, for this wonderful evaluation. You are another future DTM of KTC. Let me go to the last speaker, and she is again from our club. Toastmaster
Yes.
Salah Hamid. Toastmaster Salah Hamid will be evaluated by we had a last time Shazeb, if I'm not wrong. Shazeb was the Shazeb. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator, Toastmaster Asghar. Ladies and gentlemen, we witness a tremendous speech by our seasoned Toastmaster Salah Hamid. And I was touched with her words, with her stories, and with her beautiful examples. The first thing was the start of her speech. She started with an imagination, telling us about storm, rain, and winds, and then said that it's very easy to get lost, to feel lost, and to feel depressed. And then she said, but what if I tell you that every storm is a force to help you to get the strength. It was very beautiful, and we were all hooked by that time. So it is very necessary to come up with a beautiful start, and she did that. The second thing was the beautiful example in her speech, giving us a very emotional and beautiful example of by losing her mother and then her father. And uh, I would comment about this later on that there was something missing, but again it was uh, very beautiful to come up with with some personal example and telling everything about the life. The third thing was the beautiful usage of quotes and beautiful lines. You tell us that don't tell your problem, don't tell your God that how big your problem is, but tell your problem that how big your God is. And again, there was another beautiful line that stay positive, practice gratitude, and turn your challenges into fortune. So those were some beautiful quotes used by Toastmaster Sila Hamid. Coming into the suggestions points, I would recommend some 2 to 3 suggestions, but those are just my personal suggestions. The first one, there were some lack of preparation. There were too many ahs and ums and so's. So I would recommend if you could practice more for the future speeches, that would be better to avoid the current words. The second thing, uh, you give us proper example uh, of your father and mother, but the story element was a little missing. The example, those were just the example, and there were no solution, no start of the story, and no solution of the story. So I would recommend that every story has an start, a body, an opening. So if you could start your story that how my life started and then I lost my mother and then how you overcame that situation and then you lost your father and then again how you overcome again that worst situation. The third thing is the emotion was lacking. There were really emotional situation in your speech. I can't see the timer, by the way. So if you could uh, add some vocal variety to show your emotions and when you lost your father, when you lost your mother, and then how you overcome that situation, how you uh, think about positive and that whole negative situation, which was the project of your speech. So that could be more better. Overall, it was a great speech, good attempt. Keep striking, and keep delivering beautiful speeches. Back to you, Mr. Narrator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shazeb Iqbal, for evaluating our last speaker. And here is one thing, when I saw the last speaker and then the list, some something is noticeable over here. All 5 speakers were female today, and today is not a Women's Day. I really don't know whether it's a conspiracy or a joke or an attempt to break this concrete ceiling. Something is there, and it is more painful to see this because I was thrown away from the list at the 11th hour by none other than Toastmaster DTM Tala, maybe. And perception is more powerful than reality. So here is me. I felt ignored. I felt ignored. But anyway,
You know what? Can I say anything? Can I say something, please?
yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, I think your point is valid. All 5 of us wanted to be ideally ideals today.
Yeah, and it is even feminists believe that the man and woman should have the equal equation in order to strike a balance. So it is something we may start another Me Too movement, perhaps. Me Too movement 2.0, something like that. But we will see it later on. I would like to move on towards the table topic speeches, and I would like to invite uh, Toastmaster Wasim Menhas to please evaluate our today's speakers in table topic of table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Wasim.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today we have good 6 speakers, and I'm going to evaluate those. The first speaker was Toastmaster Ubaid Bilgrami. If you could travel back in time, in which era would you like to visit and why? Toastmaster Ubaid, you've beautifully explained the era of childhood. Excitement was there on your face, and you shared your memories. You shared your personal story of how you were as a child and why you want to go back to the childhood. But then there is a problem. Your internet connectivity was not there, and you were away. But after some time, you came back and you summarized your speech. That was wonderful. However, because I was honestly, I couldn't hear you throughout the speech, so I'm not going to evaluate you, but I will give you 2 suggestions. First is to keep a smile on your face as you have right now and have a good internet connection. Then we had DTM Ebrar Bani. DTM Ebrar Bani, advice you would give to someone joining Toastmasters for the very first time. Again, DTM Ebrar is a very senior and seasoned Toastmaster, and we look forward to him for learning and for refining our concepts of Toastmasters. DTM Ebrar very beautifully started about what advice he will give to new Toastmasters, and the advice that he chose today was communication. He have very beautifully related communication with the creation of Earth and the Big Bang, and communication is the key word of our time, and how if someone who is not able to communicate, he will face problems. He used the word of the day in his speech, and also there was a conclusion where he summarized his whole speech at the end of the meeting. There were a little bit internet issues during the speech, and one thing that I would like to add to your speech is, but I like to say there is something that I do when someone visits our club, and the advice I give to them is I try to understand their thoughts first as to why they're here in Toastmasters. Like if someone wants to be a comedian, I try to tell them that how Toastmaster can help them in their journey of becoming a good comedian. And if someone wants to become a leader, how Toastmasters can help them in their journey about being a leader. But overall, it was a very wonderful speech. Then we had our DTM Irfan Faruqi. DTM Irfan Faruqi, when you stepped out of your comfort zone, last time when you stepped out of your comfort zone and started a new journey. Again, the most beautiful thing about your speech was your opening. You have in a single sentence, you connected the theme of the meeting and your topic. You started by saying like the scenery that you can see in my background. This is a symbol of journey, and you started from there onwards. You explained multiple events, and you said there are at least 4 to 5 events when you came out of your comfort zone, and you were assigned new tasks, and you stepped out of your comfort zone. You did something new. It was a wonderful speech. However, I would like to give 2 suggestions. First is you didn't explain the instance when you came out of your comfort zone. That was the topic that you had to talk about. So if it was better if you would have talked about a specific instance. And if you have concluded your speech and summarized it, this could have added more meaning to your speech. All in all, it was a wonderful speech. Then we have Toastmaster Amra Yunus. Toastmaster Amra, the most valuable lesson you learned from your journey, from your last journey. Well, you started by saying that what you learned is to keep on moving and to doing something and not be stagnant. That was a one beautiful opening. Then you shared your personal story of your childhood. of your school. The school was shifting and there were issues, and you somehow you managed to be still on the first position. And that was the lesson where you learned from your school. To make the speech, to make this wonderful speech even more wonderful, I would like to give you a few suggestions. First, facial expressions and vocal variety was somewhat missing in your speech. One, like getting a first position is something which can be, exclaimed, and excitement can be there on the face. Having a smiling face can add more meanings to your speech, and you didn't talk about the last journey. It was maybe the first journey, and having a conclusion in your speech can add more meaning to it. Then we had Toastmaster Nasir Iqbal. Toastmaster Nasir, you are the captain of ship. Where, if you're the captain of the ship, where would you take your passengers? Well, Toastmaster Nasir, I understand it was a very, somewhat it was a difficult topic, and the way you have handled this difficult topic was was marvelous. You was point blank. You didn't know what to say about this, but you beautifully started your speech by asking a question from the audience, and that not only engaged them and grabbed their attention, but also give you a space to think about this. Then you started by saying that people have problems and they have financial problems and this and that kind of problems. You ask them to close their eyes, and then and when they'll open their eyes, they will be on an island where their problems will be gone and they will be paid money. It was a good speech, but to make it better, you can take more time to speech and try to complete your story, because when the passengers were on the island, the story was ended, and it was ended in a little way, somewhat abruptly. So, having more time to speak and completing the story would have been even better. The last, well, this is all from the table topics. I was the last table topic speaker. I couldn't evaluate myself, but if our general evaluator can recall anything from my speech or is going to evaluate me, I'll appreciate that. Back to the general evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wasim Minas. This is the first time I heard you speaking. You were supposed to evaluate yourself, but I will evaluate you separately because I've heard you carefully. I was just right now what you said, some remarks about general evaluator. At that time, I was busy seeing the word, the meaning of serendipity. I thought someone responded aggressively against my innocent query, but thanks God it was not an aggressive one. I just got the meaning of serendipity. Uh, 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 Moving forward, Toastmaster Wasim, it's really interesting to see evaluating so many speakers in such a detail, covering almost all important things. That is initially what I wanted to convey to you. And please accept my appreciation. I never withhold the credit where it is due. Thank you very much. Let me go forward and towards the role holder of today's meeting. Our first role holder is a grammarian. Grammarian, are you there, Wasi Ahmed? Are you ready? Are you there? You seem to
Yes,
be
I am.
annoyed because all prepared speakers were female today.
No, no, that's not my problem. Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me present to you my grammarian report. First, we will be moving to the good usage of words or vocabulary, I would say. Blissful, bon voyage, infatuation, synced mindset, wild roller coaster, bam, Pakistan happened. Blindfolded, overwhelming, tremendously horrible, smiling through the storms, winds howling, insurmountable, pampered, nostalgia, tossed back, astounded, water has passed under the bridge, loaded package, serendipity. Grammars of vocabulary which could have been improved. A speaker said infatuation, the thing is that infatuation was used in the context of parents, which was later used for the crushes or other people. So I guess infatuation shouldn't be used with the parents because it's not a short-term admiration. Stuff like that was used, which sounded informal. We may use similar experiences for this. Far too different was said by a speaker. I said completely different is better. Can I have a brief introduction? It could be, may I have a brief introduction? Who are you should be who you are, because former is a question while later is a statement. To make things more worse should be to make things worse. DTMO, Toastmasters girl, you are saying something? Oh, okay.
Who are
And
you or who
evaluator,
you are?
yes,
Who are you or who you are? Which one is more preferable?
who you are is preferable because who you are is a statement, while who are you is a question. So it should be who you are. It's a statement. Okay. An evaluator said more better, which should be much better. Another evaluator said fully justification. It could be improved to completely justified. Number of speakers were using article the generally, which should be used specifically. For instance, a speaker said the parents, which should have been just parents. And similarly, speakers said the body, the introduction, the conclusion, which could be body, introduction, and conclusion, because they were talking generally about that. So that's from my grammarian report. Thank you. General evaluator, you are mute.
Okay. Thank you, Wase Ahmed. Grammarian happened to be my most favored uh, role holder, but unfortunately, he or she never targets me out of retaliation. I Today you mentioned, because and when you are talking about articles, at the dark of my mind, it was there that I must have used some of the articles which should have not been used then and there. Um, to the next rule, grammarian. Do we have our counter? Have you prepared something from our counter report, DTM Tala?
Oh, did we have an counter? Wait, wait. We have a word master though. So
Yes.
yeah, we have a word master. We don't have an R counter today.
Okay.
We have a word.
So, who is the word master of the day? TM Sib?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
So should I give my report?
Yes,
Everything
you
is
are
ready?
on a way station now.
Oh, okay. So I'm a little bit disappointed in every table topic speaker, not in prepared speakers because they don't have to use the word of the day, I guess. But with table topics speakers, every person, I was a little bit disappointed because no one used the word way station. It was, you can say, a little bit difficult word because I had to Google the meaning of the word because so it was a little difficult. For me, it would be difficult as well, but still, I reminded 2 or 3 times, and it was again and again said, but no one used it. Uh, so that's my report, and I guess that's the briefest report you can ever have. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Asib, for your frank evaluation with regard to your role. I just would like to mention that today's journal evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammad Asgar, and would-be DTM used it once. Now, let me go to the listeners part. Toastmaster Heba is here with her role. Toastmaster Heba, over to you.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, someone, sorry, who did Tessin have a crush on?
Arjun Rampal.
Yes. Okay. Someone said reminisce about.
I think
Please,
it
the
was
one who said it, just keep
Obed.
quiet.
I think it was Obed during the table topic session.
Yes, his mic was switching on and off. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Everything is out of place. Yes, go ahead.
Toastmaster Abia.
Yes. Stagnation in your situation. Stagnation in your situation.
Toastmaster Silla.
No.
Toastmaster Amra.
Yes. Where was TM Rida Fatma born?
Saudi Arabia.
No.
Pakistan.
UAE.
Pakistan.
Yes, but which city? Very easy to say Pakistan.
Karachi, I
That
think so.
is.
Yes,
That I heard.
Karachi. Karachi. That is it for my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Eba, for your report. Now, this is the end of a subsection of a journal evaluator. Now we are again last end. I think before ending up from my side, I would like to say few things in a minute. The two, dear Toastmaster, let me confess that I'm guilty of stereotyping other people always. More often than not, they surprised me, and I regret my initial judgment. I'm talking today's Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, I thought she is new. She is from another club. So she might face some difficulty, hesitation while doing a role. And predictably, she surprised me with her energy, confidence, and the way she was taking. And above all, she was also prepared speaker. Had I been in her place, I would have lost my courage in so many roles. So this is, I think, the most surprising thing happened to us in this joint session. Second surprising for me, the number of the people, there were 25 initially. We started from the both club, and I really appreciate the coordination of the meeting, of course, except finalizing the prepared speakers. Evaluations were at par. The journal evaluation of the speeches and the evaluation of table topic speakers, the table topic speaker themselves. I don't see anything to bring out, except nice to meeting you all and seeing some of them in the first time of my Toastmaster life. And I would like to say, Toastmaster Abia Obed, that when I become bigger and when I become mature, I would like to be a confident Toastmaster like you. Over to you, Toastmaster Abia.
Thank you very much for those kind words. They went straight to my heart. So thank you very much for being like this. I'm really glad I inspired. It's always a pleasure to be speaking and to see that I always leave an impression on someone. It's always a pleasure to see like that. And I'm so glad that you put it into words. And I think I will remember this compliment for a long period of time. Moving on, since we have reached the conclusion of our meeting, the last stop. Now, I'd say I hope you all enjoyed your journey throughout the session. It was a long drive, but surely a joyful one. And I would love to hear the five-star reviews throughout about this meeting, but I would suggest you give them to our presiding officer. So I may welcome and hold over the charge to our DTM Talha. Please welcome me on stage.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. But the presiding officer for this leg of the journey is Toastmaster, right? Express Toastmaster President. So I'll hand over the charge to him. So over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Deejam. Perhaps first, before I move into, I would like to have the results of while you. Okay, we have one more category for voting. Best of Big Four. So I request the audience to vote for best of the Big Four. Meanwhile, I believe that the Karachi Express had a smooth run, like not comparable to the rest of the train that we have at our stations. Starting late, we did start a bit late, but it was smoothly run. It was well performed by every role player who had it, and I would love to hear the feedback from you guys. How did you enjoy it? The collab was successful. How did you feel about it? Any area of improvement that you would suggest? So if anyone want to share his feedback, I would love to have it. Because since we don't have any guests with us, so I would request any of the uh, role holder or any of the meeting participant who would like to share his views. We have DTM Irfan Farooqi. Sir, we'd love to hear your feedback. How was this collab? How did you find it? Any area of improvement you would like to share with us?
A very happy Karachi Express journey, and particularly thing was it the thing that I liked was that the Karachi Express color is changed. Now it's red and blue, not the traditional green Karachi Express train. So I like that thing very good. And the change of the color was not only on your picture on my backside, but the color of the color of the meeting was also very good because it was a merger of two different colors, and both are from Karachi, and so culture was nearly the same, but every club has a different culture. And I was surprised to know that you have about 45 years of total experience altogether. And I think more than many of participants here, their life would be less than 45 years. Not a combined life because it's a combination life. Today was a very good day. I liked it. I enjoyed it. In the month of Ramadan on Sunday, attending a meeting at 11 o'clock was not easy, but I would say it was worth attending. Speeches were good. Spontaneous speeches were also good. Role players performed very well. And it was always a pleasure listening to Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Something I missed, and most of the Karachi, at least Karachi Toastmasters clubs, would understand what is that I missed when I was listening to Muhammad Asghar. He talked so much but missed one topic, and without that topic, he doesn't look very healthy. Back to you,
Being the
Janvi.
president, being the president of the
Being the
Toastmaster group,
DTM.
being the DTM. But someone said that he will be soon DTM.
He didn't
Oh,
talk
No,
about
no,
his
he should
mother-in-law.
have
forget to
talked
talk
about
about
one
his
personality
mother-in-law.
that he
Mother-in-law.
did not use
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Let
Okay,
me lock
thank you
my
very much.
room.
Mhm. Thank you very much, DTM Irfan Farooqi. I see the raise of hands from Toastmaster Babar. Toastmaster Babar, you would like to share something? Toastmaster Babar, would you like to share something? You've raised hand.
Oh yes, because I was waiting to call for the
which I have submitted in the chat box.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes.
Today
My bad.
they will be
Our bad, Zana. Yes,
all
yes.
reports.
Please submit your report, please.
Should I or I already submitted in the chat box the report?
Sir, you may submit your report, please. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so we start from the prepared speeches, and there was some pause into the because I was counting in through the Toastmaster application as well, but for the first speaker it was like some pause automatically and it was stopped. So TM Tehseen Fatima took 8 minutes 39 seconds. TM Iram took 7 minutes 25 seconds. TM Rida took 5 minutes. TM Abia Obed 5 minutes 12 seconds. TM Silla 6 minutes 31 seconds for the prepared speeches.
Okay.
And for the table topic, TM Obed Bilgrami took 2 minutes 15 seconds. TM Abrar Wani took 2 minutes 18 seconds. TM Irfan Faruqi took 2 minutes 10 seconds. TM Iram took 1 minute 44 seconds. TM Nasir Iqbal took 2 minutes and TM Wasim Minaz took 1 minute 50 seconds. For the general evaluator, TM Ubaid Bilgrami took 3 minutes 26 seconds. TM Irfan Faruqi took 3 minutes 15 seconds. TM Nasir Iqbal took 2 minutes 57 seconds. TM Amra, right pronunciation for your name, Amra Yunus, right? Took 3 minutes 10
Yes.
seconds. TM Shazeb took 3 minutes 15 seconds. And for the table topic evaluation, TM Wasim Minaz took 6 minutes 27 seconds. That's all from my side. Over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Baba, for such a keen observation of timing and for wonderful performance of your role. We are very thankful to all the role holders who made this journey, who made this voyage successful and smooth sailing. Now, before wasting any further time, I would request the board counter to announce the result so that we can come up to the conclusion.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we have an interesting result for the best prepared speaker because it was very closely fought. Since we had a numbering system, the lowest marks were 36 and the highest marks were 52. That's how close the contest was. So, but today our best prepared speaker is Toastmaster Rida Fatma. Congratulations. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Web Bilgrami. Congratulations. Best table topics to BTM Irfan Faruqi. Congratulations. And best major role player, thanks to Toastmaster Mohammed Asgar's glowing review, Toastmaster Abiha Web by a landslide. So well deserved and congratulations.
Surprising. Even I voted for myself. Even then, Toastmaster Abia won it.
No, you did not actually. You voted for Toastmaster Abhi.
All right. Thank you, DTM Talha. And with this, I think nothing left behind. We've already had so much fun. It's time to say goodbye. And anyone who would like to share anything, you're all allowed. Otherwise, we should be conclude the meeting. Thank you very much. We'll close the meeting then. DTM Talha, do we have to have anything else or just say goodbye to everyone?
Sorry, sir, can you come again?
Do we have anything left behind or just we say goodbye to everybody now?
Yeah, I think we say
okay,
goodbye.
thank you very much. Thank you very much for your active participation. See you all,
And thank
inshallah,
you.
in next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.